Hello, it is Steph. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about religious negativity and why I decided not to get baptized. This is kind of very hot tea today, very spicy. What? So, for those of you who don't know, I have grown up both in the Catholic Church and the Protestant Church. I just choose to associate myself as being Catholic. If you scroll down, one of my first videos, I'm pretty sure I talked about, growing up two different ways. Now you understand the background I came from and some of the things that I have had to deal with and what I'm going to be talking about. I just don't think it's okay for Christians to attack other Christians. It took me some time to think about this and to be able to come here and film this video, especially because I still have connections with some of the people that I'm going to be talking about. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be talking about them specifically, I'm not going to say their names or give out personal information. That would just be wrong. But since the story did happen to me, it's okay for me to talk about the experience. So I'm not going to try to be biased in this video, but you'll notice that all the negativity was a Protestant questioning about me being Catholic, because whenever I tell someone who's Catholic that I go to a Protestant church, they literally don't care. But a lot of times when I tell someone who's Protestant, they jump on me. It's really annoying and it's wrong. Yeah, I'm here and I'm speaking out about it. What you gonna do about it? Stop me? No, you're not. It's wrong with me. Literally everything. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of hyper because I just had some chicken nuggets. Focus. So when I was 11 years old, I had started to go to an Assembly of God church for the first time. I had been to other different kinds of Protestant churches, but we mostly just went to the Catholic church if we went every week. So my mom is Catholic and my dad is Protestant. So we decided that this time we were going to start doing something that he might have preferred. Because, you can't just always stick to one thing all the time. You gotta change it up. And that opened a door to me experiencing some harsh negativity that I would have never seen if I didn't do that. Who is calling me? I don't know who that is. Anyhow, so as a young Christian, as I'm just only in 5th grade, I didn't really think that Christians would attack other Christians. I didn't think other Christians would want to debate the slight differences in what they do. Everything is kind of branched off, but it's all on the same foundation, so it's really petty. So, my biggest pet peeve. When I would tell some people that I was going to the Catholic Church, they'd be like, oh yeah, Catholics aren't Christians. It irritates me when people say that because literally Catholics were the first Christians. That's where it all started. It's excuse me, Karen. So yeah, I had a lot of people tell me that I was not Christian, and I was like, yeah, I am. And then they would try to give me reasons why I was not a Christian, and I will explain some of those. Oh, and by the way, I completely forgive everyone and what they have said in the past. I am just using this to explain my experience and help people in the future if they are dealing with the same thing. I was told that I wasn't a Christian because I was Catholic, and Catholics worship Mary and worship the saints. So in old Catholic doctrine, it used to be a thing, or it kind of still is. I really only think older people really pay attention to some of that. It was a thing to pray to saints or to pray to Mary. So people think that, that it's about worshiping them, which we are always taught, you only worship God. So honestly, praying to saints and Mary it doesn't make sense, especially considering they said that we're not worshiping them. But that's literally not a reason for you to attack me and tell me that I'm not a Christian, because whether you agree with doing that or not, it's not like you're gonna go to hell for doing that. And if you do, that's between you and God, not between you and what some other person tells you. If you believe that Jesus is the way and all that, then I don't think that praying to a saint is gonna end it all. I really don't. And another thing is, in the Catholic Church, we are very obsessed with Mary. So people think that we worship Mary, but no. But we have all the reasons to be obsessed with her. She gave birth to the Son of God. Shouldn't we give her some credit? Now everyone stop and take a second to give a big round of applause to Mary because she deserves it. So yeah, feel free to attack a Catholic for worshiping Mary when literally she's just great. So we talk about her sometimes. Another reason why I was told that I was not a Christian for being Catholic is because the church didn't do the exact same things that particular church did. The Catholic Church is very traditional. Like I said, Catholics were the first Christians. So even though things have changed and rules have changed, there's a lot of the same traditions and rituals. So some people will say that if you walk into a Catholic church, it's boring or it's repetitive. I mean, it is repetitive, but that's just the way that it is. It's just following an old style. So I don't get how that makes you not a Christian. And for someone to tell me that is just really offensive. That's so rude. Like, don't say that to me. I know who I am. I know what I believe in. So, bye. So another thing that they had also told me is that the way Catholics pray is wrong, which as a Catholic, we make up our own prayers, but then we have like a set of already written down prayers that we do over and over again. And everyone who brought this up especially hated the rosary because it was the same prayers over and over again. But during this time when I was having all these issues in the Protestant church, I started praying the rosary every day and it was super beneficial to me. So, I mean, it's pointless and repetitive if you don't mean it, but if you focus on it, like, it does have meaning, so. Another thing that I also had heard a lot is that Catholics aren't really saved, is what a lot of people told me, because according to them, they weren't worshiping God, which literally, if you've never stepped foot in a Catholic church, you can't even say that. And maybe you met one person who was confused, and that's literally not everyone. There's confused people anywhere you go. So anyhow, when I was in 7th grade, I was making the decision if I wanted to continue online school or if I wanted to go somewhere else for high school. So of course, we were looking into the local Catholic high school because I was possibly going to go there. I decided not to because of the price and because I just wanted to still be flexible with doing school, so that's why I'm still here in online school now. But anyhow, so my parents were with a relatively large group of people, and I don't know how it started, but they're talking about how I was thinking about going to the Catholic high school, and a response from one of the people was, "Oh, that'd be perfect. She can go there and evangelize to them." Excuse me, I am not walking into a Christian place and telling them how to be a Christian. To me, that is just like so awful. Like, that's offensive and that's rude. Like, what? You know what's also offensive? The amount of times I use the word like. This is driving me crazy. I'm just gonna laugh. Do you really think that this Christian way is better than any other? Because it's not. And I think that's what my problem was, is whenever I would talk about being Catholic, is everyone would act like that their way was better, so it was the right way, which neither of those is true. You choose what's best for you, and that's what you do. But literally, we're following the same religion, just slightly different things. So, and now I'm going to be talking about why I didn't get baptized. But I got baptized in the Catholic Church. I did not get baptized in the Assembly of God we were attending at the time. So another thing that people told me is that my baptism from the Catholic Church didn't count because that's not what baptism really should be. They told me that baptism was a decision you make when you're older and it's like God tells you to do it. Where in the Catholic Church, the baby baptism, it's more like your parents are like dedicating you to a religious life basically, and it's like them making a commitment that that's how they're going to raise you. And then in the Catholic Church there's a thing called confirmation, which I am a confirmed Catholic, by the way. I got confirmed in 8th grade. It's basically like you standing up and like officially saying like, hey, this is what I want to do. I want to be a Christian or whatever, you know. So kind of the same concept as baptism. I just gotta say, the kids pastor who I took the baptism class with, he was so nice. And one of the things he always said is, Jesus is anywhere, it doesn't matter where you go. And I think that is super important. He was like one of the most accepting people of my Catholic religion there. Yeah, I appreciate that. So I went to this little class for the baptism, and my parents decided to go and get baptized. I decided not to. Something about it just didn't feel right to me. People were saying, oh, Jesus wants you to do this. It's for God, so you should do it. It's not about you. But it didn't feel like that. It felt like I was doing it for other people. People were telling me, oh, so you must not believe in God if you're not going to get up there and do it. I was sitting there and, you know, I didn't feel God saying, you need to do this. You know, I just felt completely like numb about it, if that makes sense. It was like someone was saying to me, do you want to jump in the water or do you not want to? So yeah, I said no. It just felt like a big public display, and that was the only thing that felt like it was for. And one of the things I had my mind set on was getting confirmed when I was in 8th grade. So I didn't feel a need to be baptized. I didn't want to get up there and be praised multiple times, okay? If you really felt like God was telling you to do something, I believe that you're not going to be boastful and brag about it. I believe if God really wants you to do something, you're not going to continually seek validation from other people. I didn't think it would be right to keep going up there so people don't tell me I'm great and I made a commitment to Jesus, even though it was literally just about them. I felt pressured by other people to do it for them, but I decided not to because, I make my own decisions here. So yeah, it did not feel like it was something from God. It felt like it was something from man here on earth. So I was like, nope, not gonna do it. And I didn't. And I don't ever plan on doing it. And I'm completely fine with that. And I respect anyone who decides to do it. I mean, you can get confirmed and baptized. You can do all of it, but it just didn't feel right to me. It just felt like another call for attention, which obviously I do not want. Another thing, I didn't feel like there was enough preparation before baptism. When I got confirmed, we started our classes in October and we didn't get confirmed until May. At this church, we literally just took one class that was barely even an hour long. I feel like it just didn't really commit you and help you make the decision. So anyways, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope maybe you got something out of that. I hope it encourages you to be more cautious about how you talk to other people of your religion. I get it that sometimes people are just misinformed, but when you keep hearing the same things over and over again for years from the same people, it begins to get very, I don't know a word to describe it. Comment down below if you know a word. So I post every Monday and Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can subscribe if you want to see more content. And yeah, so I will see you all next time. Bye.